Matiangi doesn't need to dance well when he can silence DP Kindiki with one heavy blow. This is just another day with Owen analysis. Many of us are in one accord that economic empowerment programs spearheaded by Deputy President Kindiki are not sustainable development. And here, Matiangi didn't spare Kindiki.
If you look at the amount of money they are spending, those of you who come from Kisi, you know this. 2 months alone, the Deputy President and some group of people have gone there 9 times. A record 9 times, supposedly for empowerment. 100 shillings, 64 shillings. You know, hustling villagers, we are empowering you, and so on. I mean, by the way, you don't even need a meeting. When you work, you don't need a meeting. Your work will speak for itself. Amana Mnagani. Yeah. Your work will speak for itself. In fact, you will not even need to ask people to re-elect you. People themselves will be saying, let's give these guys another term. If they are going the way they are going, let them complete what they are doing. So, but what are they going to complete? Nothing. Give you more time to complete nothing. I mean, so, yeah. So
honestly, DP Kindiki's so-called economic empowerment programs have turned into little more than roadshows of handouts, cash, motorbikes, sewing machines, even wheelbarrows. They grab headlines, but they don't build industries. They don't create lasting jobs, and they don't change the economy. Once the cash is finished and the items break down, Kenyans are left exactly where they started. It is politics dressed up as empowerment. Look at these, you see, 2-term signs. Now, is that empowerment? Deputy President Kindiki is a good man, educated, intelligent, laid back. He understands that these economic empowerment programs cannot employ young people, cannot create jobs for young people, especially when you look at it in long term. DP Kindiki understands that young people are going to be a problem if their issues are not handled well.
Africa is currently at a demographic and economic crossroad. Our youthful population is a tremendous asset, but it also poses an enormous challenge. Africa, as the world's youngest and fastest growing population, estimated currently at 400 million young people between 15 and 35 years, and estimated to escalate to 1 billion by 2063. While many challenges face young people in Africa today, undoubtedly the most acute challenge is the lack of enough jobs and income opportunities for them. And this has led to a situation where in some of our countries we've seen unrest led by young people, and part of the grievance is around the lack of enough jobs and income opportunities for the youth.
But on the other side, they push economic empowerment programs that don't lead to any sustainable development. As a country, we have the capacity to manage ourselves or our affairs, as Matiangi here states.
We have capacity to manage ourselves better. So, my parting shot, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, is let's do every one of us who are seated here. I want to ask you, please, prepare to do a good thing. You know, in life and in the history of your country, you do a good thing when you improve your country's welfare. And now, as we are moving forward to the election, please prepare to do a good thing. And the good thing can't be returning these people. So you know what the good thing is. And you educated people. Yani kama tuko namna hii vile tulivyo baada ya miaka 3. Another 5 years of these people, do you think you will have a country? Takuwa hata umeuswa wewe mwenyewe unafika Dubai.
Kenya needs a leadership that is focused on important issues that lead to sustainable development.
What they need is trustworthy leadership. You mean what you say what you mean. It's long since we had a government that you could trust. That's all that Kenya is asking. And because they can't be trusted, we are telling you trust us. We'll give you our word and we'll keep our word. Trust us. And we will level with you. When it's not going to happen, we will tell you it's not going to happen. We will not lie to you. We will not verge or hide or hibernate or tell you stories in place of work. And we will not come to you and begin to lie and pretend about things. Listen very carefully. There must be linguists in this audience. Students of linguistics and researchers. I want you to listen to the language of this administration when their leaders speak. It's called street corn language, where they say tumeunganisha waya, tumetenga, that's that language is non-committal language, non-responsible language that you cannot ascribe responsibility to. Very evasive language. People who do things, they come forward to you as leaders, like Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka stood here and said, I have done this, I have told JB this, and so on. Or JB says, I did this, I asked this question, and so on. That's what responsible people do. But those who are evasive, who evade responsibility, they draw in that language, that evasive language. And kuunganisha waya is not what.
We hope and pray that the current government can actually step up, stop telling us stories about hope, about inspiration, and just do the damn right thing. And every sane Kenyan can remember that Matiangi has been consistent, and Matiangi has always delivered. And he has been warning us against electing leaders who are deceptive, leaders who are manipulative, and tell us stories are ebnuasi.
It's a practical example, Chief Justice. One candidate in a constituency in Nairobi moved around on a Sunday morning to every restaurant in that constituency. And everyone he found in that restaurant on that day, they give them 200 shillings, others 500. To every butchery, they find you queuing to get a kilo of meat, they give you 200, and so on. That can't be their own money, obviously, as it were. And if you followed the guy and you tracked their record, you discover they're one of the people that Kinoti is actually following up. But until Kinoti gathers enough information, some of the information we have is from intelligence. And my judge friends who are in the room tell me intelligence is not evidence. You see, so the question is, and then you are faced with this thing of you are using evidence you have acquired from illegal sources. So I don't know how we will win, because you see, we have intelligence, this is what is happening. We have intelligence, this is the kind of guy we are dealing with. I turn up at, before my friend judge, he says this is evidence obtained from illegal sources. And then there's nothing I can do. This fellow continues to bribe people around. And as I said, honestly speaking, and I'm saying this as a responsible public servant, if we are not careful, it is going to become very, very difficult to manage, especially elective institutions in this country. So the question is, how are we going to manage the governance of the country as we move forward? Because this campaign finance law, you will take it to Parliament. Who is going to amend it? The same wash-wash guys who have arrived there. And then so on. Note that wash-wash culture is what actually got them into Parliament in the first place. It's a debate. We just need to find out what to do. But the truth of the matter is that we notice these things, we see these things, and you're the ones who keep telling us all the time, intelligence is not evidence. Okay, or it's evidence obtained through illegal means. So there we are. So I think if we came together and looked for mechanisms, maybe a long distance review and regulatory framework for campaign financing might save this country.
All I got to say is that Matiangi has always been honest, and he tells it the way it is. Now it is upon Kenyans to decide which side to follow, because sometimes we get deceived and we fall into that deceptive trap. Can Kenyans make a better decision come 2027? Let's wait and see. Can you trust Matiangi?